Impulse is a change in momentum. If the momentum of an object changes, either the mass or the velocity or both must change for that object. If the mass remains unchanged, which is most often the case, then it's the velocity that changes. And we know that when we talk about velocity, we're talking about a change in velocity, which means acceleration. And in order for an acceleration to occur, a force has to be applied. So an impulse requires a force that is applied over a period of time. The greater the force acting on an object, the greater its change in velocity, and therefore the greater its change in momentum. Now, how long a force is applied is also important. A force sustained for a long time produces more change in momentum than does the same force applied for a short period of time. So both force and time are important in changing momentum. When we take our force and we multiply it by a time interval, we call that our impulse. Increasing the time of impact decreases the force applied to an object. Hitting a haystack instead of a brick wall gives less force on the car because the time to stop is greater. So in this case, we're increasing the time of impact when the car hits the haystack, and in turn that decreases the force that's applied to the car. So if a change in momentum occurs over a long time, the force of impact is small. Increasing the time of impact increases the change in velocity. So think about this. Following through on a hit in baseball will make the ball travel faster and further. And the reason for that is when we follow through with our baseball swing, we increase the time of impact between the bat and the ball, which will increase the change in velocity and make the ball travel faster, and therefore it'll travel further.